Before I start the video on the British uniform in Afghanistan, I just want to show you this. It's from a similar time period, the 1990s to 2000s. It's a German uniform. In the 70s and 80s, Germany were looking for a new camouflage pattern, and I think it was the early 90s that they adopted this one. It's called Flecktarn. Fleck means spot or dot, and tarn means camouflage. It's a good one, and these uniforms. This is the winter parka. It's really well made. It's fantastic quality, and they also had a new webbing equipment as well. The new belt, shoulder straps, harness, and ammunition pouches. And this chap's he's just wearing a field cap. They would wear a helmet as well. They would probably wear a Kevlar helmet, but I haven't got one of those. The webbing equipment is very similar to what the Americans had in Vietnam in the 56 pattern. You had a large butt pack on the back, and if you look at the ammunition pouch at the front again, they were very similar to what they had. And that pouch on the left hand side, that's the water canteen. But this camouflage pattern, it's really good. You can barely make out which is the water canteen, the backpack, and the jacket. It all blends in really well together, and it's all supported by those straps and the yoke over the shoulders. Then that pouch on the right hand side there, that's for the entrenching tool. It's a folding entrenching tool, very similar to what most armies were using at that time. Now this is how all the equipment's fastened to the belt. You've got these clips here. Slide them back, and then they flick over. And the bolt gets stiff. There you go. And then those hooks there, they're just hooked in. So you hook those bits are hooked on, and then they're flicked over. This is the entrenching tool. Any dates in there? Yeah, 1996. That's dated. And the entrenching tool, yeah, it's just the same as British ones and everybody else at the time. It's got a date there. That must be 2004. And it's got Bund for Bundeswehr, so it is a German one. And we can see if we can find. Look at the canteen. Turn over. The canteen in its case. Now, I don't know if that's the right one for it, but that came with the case. I think there's a date in here. We've got the cup, and then the water can, another cup there, and the water canteen on. There's a date just there. It says 70. That's from 1978. So. Not sure if it fits in okay, but whether they're still using it at the time. And the parka that I've got, that's dated 1997, and the cap. Let's find the cap. That's dated 2009, so it's from the 90s and 2000s. This equipment, but it's a really good camouflage pattern, I think. Anyway, it all blends in very well together. The British Army were in Afghanistan as part of Operation Herrick from 2001 to 2014. And when they first went out there, they were wearing the same camouflage uniforms as they had in the first Gulf War and the invasion of Iraq. This is what's known as the MTP, the multi-terrain pattern. This was designed in 2002, and I think it first got used in Afghanistan in 2010. It's a mixture of 6 colours. It's supposed to be suitable for woodland use, jungle, grasslands and arid areas as well. And the boots, these are straight from an army surplus store, so that's how they were laced up. So if anybody's got any comments about how they were laced up, that's how they came. And they could quite often wear these knee pads. These are Black Hawk, by the Black Hawk company, and also quite often they'd wear gloves as well with knuckle protectors. During the time the British Army were out in Afghanistan, 457 British men and women died there, and to help prevent injuries they wore flak vests. This is the Mark IV, the Osprey Mark IV flak vest. That's what they were using right at the end. It's had metal plates in, front and back. They were inside the vest to make it more comfortable to wear. And what made this different from anything else was the bits of personal equipment, like the pouches, they were all attached to the vest, and you could have any arrangement that you wanted. Some could carry ammunition. There was a canteen, place to put the canteen, and a first aid dressing. But it was heavy. We know when it was fully loaded with ammunition and water, it could weigh up to 50 kilograms. And if you can imagine that, you're walking around with that on and a helmet on in 40 to 50 degrees of heat. It was not easy. How they did that, I have no idea. And also, towards the end, they had the Mark VII helmet. That was a vast improvement on anything else that had gone before. This particular helmet, I bought this on eBay, and I think it's actually been out in Afghanistan because it was, the webbing straps that were really sweaty and dirty, and they had sand inside as well. And apart from the helmet, they would wear ballistic goggles. That was to protect their eyes from shrapnel and things. And also they would have like a personal radio. It was like a headset fit over. There was a strap around the head, and there was a piece on over the left ear, then a microphone, so they could speak to each other while they were out on patrol. On the back view, you can see how all the pieces of equipment are attached. On all those loops there, they put like a strap there. You can put a piece of one of your pouches any way you want. That's what it's like at the front as well. And then on the left-hand side is a water canteen, and on the right-hand side is the pouch for the first aid dressing.
Stop stacking up. I didn't say it's part 2, stay back.
Right, yeah, see the smoke, yeah?